It is Futtrading's first birthday in March, and as our way of saying thank you to the insane support we've had for the last year, we are giving away your choice of an Xbox Series S or a PlayStation 5 digital to one lucky site subscriber. All you've got to do is be subscribed on the 31st of March in order to be entered automatically. Now, as a reminder, Tier 1 costs £10 a month, and that gives you access to buying and selling prices for special cards, for icons, for silvers, and for Thursday flips. So much stuff on the website, I'm forgetting what we do. And Tier 2 includes live filters, UCL cards, gold chem styles, and fluctuations, with more to be added in the coming days and weeks. There are multiple updates every day on the site, allowing you to trade 24 hours a day, no matter what time zone you are. Don't forget, if you do subscribe to the website, make sure you join the Discord. There are thousands of people in there helping each other to trade and make the most of it. We've got mods, you've got Dan and I, you've got trusted traders, all the stuff you could possibly want to make millions of coins on this game without having to spend any of your money on FIFA points. So good luck to everyone that enters, and once again, thank you very much for the amazing support we've had. You guys allow us to do this full time. We're extremely thankful, and we never lose sight of that. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe down below. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. Again, I said it this morning, in case you missed the Smushy video, thank you from the bottom of my heart for 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. I said it in the video this morning, but I think 16 months ago we were on 500 subs. At Christmas we were on, I think, 11,000. So to be on 25,000 now is just nuts to me. It's ridiculously incredible. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. We do get free videos down this channel. The morning, League SBC Methods of Glory. We're currently crafting Claude Makalady in that one. The evening video, this video is always a trading video teaching you guys how to make coins. This week, I've been showing you guys how my mind thinks day by day in terms of how I make coins in this game. I've been trading on my brother's account to get him Prime Garrincha by Weekend League. And the midnight upload is a mixture of picks, packs, all that sort of stuff. Check out the midnight upload from last night. Me and a load of other content creators have signed up to an open letter to EA. Visa, FootSpy. It's written by Scuds. I referenced him in the video the day before that. Whether or not it makes a difference is another matter, but there's a lot of people there. I think the reach now is about 1.5 million people between all of us. So hopefully it does make a difference, and at least we can say we tried. But yeah, like I say, this is essentially the trading series we're running this week, and for you guys today, it's your ultimate guide to what you need to be doing from now until tomorrow to prepare for Foot Birthday. I'll just update you on what happened yesterday on this account. We did Thursday flips, and what I decided to do yesterday was trade with cards that I knew did well last week. So we went into João Felix, and we did very well overnight. We paid between 55 and 60, I think, for these João Felixes. Did relatively well on them. The Zahars, you know, we pick up for 110 quite consistently. Sold this one on 25. A Harlem was 120, I think. This Ali was a 40k pickup along with this Ali that's still selling. Where is he now? Over there, which is a 40k pickup, but he's dropped off a little bit today. We picked up these Lorentes today. Picked this one up at 83, which is Striker Shadow. He'll sell for that eventually. 84 on that one, and we picked one at 80, which has gone for 89. So basically, all I'm doing on this account at the moment is flipping stuff today because I don't want to get too many coins spent up. I want to be liquid for tonight, and it's vitally important that you guys are too, as much as possible. So let's talk about Foot Birthday. Let's talk about promos and what's happened in amongst them whenever we've had them so far this year, and what you can expect from them. So last year's Foot Birthday promo saw cards basically being given weak foot updates, skill move upgrades, and loads of boosted cards. Remember, we had Saint Maximan was ridiculously OP, and it's likely we'll see something similar this year. And Foot Birthday is usually always a very, very good promo, very hyped. EA haven't had a habit of making very good promos this year, but hopefully they can try and get this one right for once. But what do we need to think about for promos? So the first thing is obviously SBCs, player SBCs, party bags, potential icons, at some point icon swaps. It looks like it might be coming. So we'll break it down into what you guys need to be doing across loads of different methods in terms of how you're going to make coins very easily. And yeah, so we'll go from there. The first thing we're going to talk about is marquee matchup supply and silvers. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so let's talk silvers. Every single time we have a decent promo, silvers spike in value. Now, during Team of the Year, they went through the roof. It was ridiculous. During the last few promos, they've climbed, not climbed quite as much, but they've still climbed quite heavily. And silvers are the easiest way to trade on this game. Now, basically, the reason why silvers do well, a lot of you asked this question, is because people craft packs using League SBC method, or if they're not using League SBC method, they just buy the cards to get packs for birthday. So all these leagues here require basically you to submit a team, and at the end of it you get an ultimate pack. You guys know this by now because of what I've done, but for people that don't, it requires this. Now, there's twofold reasons why silvers will do very well tonight. Firstly, they're quite low at the moment. They're not very high, they're quite low. Not everyone will open up their marquee matchup packs, but some people will do. But what EA tend to do before promos is hammer supply down of silvers or bring them down quite low. Then during the promo, they withhold supply, so you can't go out and craft all these packs. So they make silvers more expensive, so you're sort of forced into buying FIFA points to open packs up. So people go and do this, and then what they'll do is they'll buy these and spend them up, and they'll craft pack after pack after pack to open them up. So tonight we buy into silvers. So I'm going to give you an idea of the teams that you want to be looking at. Now, let's talk specifically about the Bundesliga initially. This is a crucial one, a very important one, because the Bundesliga ends in 6 days. And so anyone that's partway through the Bundesliga in the next 6 days is going to buy it up and finish it off to get the 100k pack at the end. So Bundesliga is a very good place to start tonight. A very good place to start. The silvers that tend to do better for the Bundesliga tend to be Mainz, Bielefeld. These two teams here do very well. The defenders for Mainz, Bielefeld, pretty much every single defender you can look at. Sometimes midfielders too. The keepers for both Mönchengladbach and Leipzig tend to do quite well. So at the end of this video, don't be going, what filter should I use and when should I sell? I'm literally telling you right now. Union Berlin, defenders, midfielders, forwards. They're your filters for those guys. And so those ones that I look at for the Bundesliga, and I think the Bundesliga could do extremely well because it's got FUT birthday hype and it's got the hype of it ending. Now you're buying them tonight on Thursday and you are just holding them until they rise. That's all you're doing. When you are happy with your profit, take it. So let's, for example, say you buy Union Berlin centre backs tonight at 1,000 coins. If they get to 1,500 coins each and you're happy with that, take the profit. If you want to hold for longer, hold them. The only thing that will affect their price is further silver supply, which may come in the form of a daily SBC or a player SBC, something like that. Any reward that has silver supply as part of it, so rare election pack, whatever like that. That is what it will do. To know the prices, you've just got to check them right this minute. Check them right this minute and look for a 40% drop off tonight, give or take. It's that simple. I can't explain it any more cohesively for you guys than that, okay? Simple as that. So Bundesliga is a great place to start. Within the Premier League, good filters. Arsenal left wing and strikers. Aston Villa centre-backs do quite well. Everton centre-backs do quite well. Leeds everywhere. They're very silver heavy. Leicester goalkeepers, right-backs and left-backs do very well. And the strikers, actually, to be fair. Southampton's quite a good one. West Brom, obviously, but everyone goes West Brom. I wouldn't bother West Brom personally. But they're the good sort of Premier League teams you need to look at. And if you want to specifically look for positions, go onto Futbin. They're right there for you. You go onto Futbin, it will tell you which positions are only silver or very silver heavy for each team. They're the places to buy. Ligon, a less spenny league, but Angers strikers do quite well. Left backs from Monaco and Saint-Etienne do quite well. Dijon do okay. Ligon this year doesn't quite have the power in my opinion, but I think once it comes back with 125k pack on it, it will have the power. The La Liga Santander, again, the obvious one is Cadiz, but be mindful, everyone goes for Cadiz. Huesca are very good. Huesca are very good. And ones that people don't tend to think about. Real Madrid strikers, Real Madrid left mids do quite well. So 50k pack here. Anyone that's not doing League SBC method that might just want to buy one, they tend to do quite well. What else do we get from this league? Athletic Club, their cams do quite well and their centre mids do quite well. So that's the sort of ones you want to look at for La Liga Santander. And Syria, the usual suspects here. Benevento do very well. Cagliari do very well. Crotone do very well. And Udinese do very well. Udinese being down there. They do very well. So they're the sort of filters you want to be looking at. Like I say, tonight you want to buy them about 6:20 PM onwards. Look at their prices right now and buy into them. I'll be doing it live on stream most likely, so come and check me out on Twitch to see that. But that's silvers, and they are going to be hella effective. You've just got to be patient. So that silver's done. Let's talk about fodder. I'll be right back. Alright, so fodder is an interesting one at the moment. There's a lot of demand for fodder. So if you go to squad building challenges, you can get an idea about demand for fodder by looking at SBCs. Now, Rabiot didn't have as much hype as people thought he was going to have. I barely see that player. He's overpriced. Hernandez is a very good card for the price, I think. Matisse is good as well. These two cards, absolutely sensational for the price. Lars and Sven, both brilliant cards. Keep going over there. And you've got the 85x5 that some people have and haven't done. That's ending in 6 hours. Muller, not overly relevant here. The Lily Whites is all good or well and good or whatever. Mid-Prime Icon ends in 3 days. It's still there at the moment. Wouldn't surprise me if you saw a Prime Icon drop tonight. And then you've got the actual Icon SBCs themselves. These guys are very good. A lot of people are hyped about them. So fodder is being held up quite well at the moment. However, we've just had supply, right? Azpilicueta yesterday was 14.5k, okay? During supply tonight, today, for Division Rival Awards, Azpilicueta got down to 12. I think it was maybe a little lower than that. I want to see where he's at the moment. So there's one there for 11.5. Still 11.5. So 12.5 now, maybe? So 12.5. So he's up 1,000 coins since supply came out. Other than that one, Azpilicueta sitting there. He's at 12.5k. Now, all you've got to do is check his graphs on Futbin to know he's been as high as 14, 15k recently. Now, would I recommend you go out and buy fodder tonight? Not at all. But tomorrow we're probably going to get lightning rounds, pack supply. Fodder is always a play then, without fail. 83s, 84s, 85s tend to do extremely well during promos. The players that I like looking at are people like Azpilicueta, Koke, Saul. I've told you guys this a million one times before. But with Fodder, you've just got to be patient. It's very much like silvers. You want to look at the cards themselves and think, okay, cool, when do I buy them, when do I hold them? Now, the only thing that's going to affect Fodder is when we get the supply from packs, which we get anyway, and if we get a good SBC. Now, I doubt we get a ridiculous SBC to start FUT Birthday. We'll probably get a decent player SBC, but not enough, I think, to drive it up. The things that drive Fodder up the most are things like party bags, 85 times 5 packs, those sort of one-time punt SBCs, they do better than player SBCs, always. It's not been the case this year that player SBCs have really seen Fodder spike heavily. They've seen it spike, but not spike heavily. Party bags, like icon packs, stuff like that, that's where the money's been at for Fodder. But outside of that, Team of the Weeks have done extremely well, and that's all Team of the Weeks. Not just the high-rated ones. Last week, some of the lower-rated Team of the Weeks got up to 30k. So the 81 rateds, the 82 rateds, they all got up to like 31k. So if a party bag comes out, you can buy into most of these cards relatively easily. Like this guy here, 79 rated, his name is Montipo. He will do very well, because he's relatively high enough rated that you can put him into a team and bump him up with another high-rated player from your club. He'll do quite well, and he's holding a little bit more value than the normal Team of the Weeks are. The Team of the Weeks have done extremely well. So again, tomorrow, during pack supply, I would buy Team of the Weeks, 100%. Check their price right now on Futbin. So if I go to Futbin, and you just click on Team of the Week, and have a look at the Team of the Week prices right now, for example, when it wants to load up. Team of the Weeks, you want to load for me? Thank you very much. Team Week 26. If I look at someone like, I don't know, Klaus, the right wing back from Lons, he is 39k at the moment. If I look at him, I think, right, he's 39k at the moment with some sort of demand around him. What's he going to get to in the coming days and weeks? The coming hours and days. If we get good pack supply, as far down as 30. Now, if I know he's had demand at 39, with supply of him, all it takes is a party bag or any SBC that requires a Team of the Week, and he spikes and climbs in price. He's very good in terms of being a French link to most people. He's a very good one. You've got Malinovsky for Serie A. You've got Bamford for the Premier League. These are all cards I'd be looking at 100%. Let me just show you them so we can get them up now. So these sort of ones I'd be looking at. Andre Silva, like he's an 86 rated Team of the Week, and he's sat at 49k right now. There's no way he holds that. There's no way that card holds it if we need it. If you remember last week, Coop Miners and people like that got up to like 60, 65k. These are players that I'd be interested in buying during lightning rounds, holding them, waiting for demand. And the thing is, out of packs they'll go up anyway, so there's very little risk. When I say go on and sign on them, no, but you can literally buy, I don't know, 20 Andre Silvas at 40k for 800k, and with supply, if he gets that low, you get him down to 800k or whatever, for 800k, you then go and sell him for 55, 60, you've made a massive amount of profit back. So they're the cards that I've been looking at in terms of Fodder and Team of the Weeks. That's where I think, without 100%, they are good. Now, another thing that we talk about with Fodder, and it's something that I think a fair few of you guys like miss out on, but a fair few of you invest heavily in and do well. Every promo so far, we've seen some form of upgrade pack, and it tends to be the 81 plus upgrade or the 81 plus double. The 81 plus being the pick, by the way. So right now, gold rares and non-rare golds at discard price are a play. They're a massive play. If you're not doing it, I don't know why you're not doing it. I'm probably going to do it on my main account. I won't be doing it on this account. But on my main account, I'll probably go unassigned on them. They're no risk. They're literally no risk. You're buying them at discard price. You can't lose on them. Even if you have to mass list them later on above the buy price, people will pick them up. You cannot make a loss on non-rare golds and rare golds at discard price. So whatever you do, get involved in that, because it's very simplistic. You don't need any market knowledge. Just attempt and go for. The major leagues tend to do better than minor leagues. But again, you can't lose when you're going at discard price. It's very, very easy. It's no risk. You don't need to know the market to make coins that way. Final thing we need to talk about is price ranges. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so a common theme in previous FIFAs was EA being quite bad on their price ranges. So they release a ridiculously overpowered card and give it a stupid price range. It happened a lot during TOTS last year. This year they've been better at that, but there have been occasions where price ranges haven't really been the most on point. The one that comes to mind was Saka's card, Saka's Future Stars card. This card was extinct for ages, and the reason for that was everyone thought that this card was going to be a lot more expensive than it was going to be when it eventually came out. So let's just show you the card for Future Stars. So this card's now 1.5 million. I think his price range initially on this card was 2 million, and it was extinct for ages at that price. And this is a great card. It's a very, very good card. very meta, very strong. And so he was extinct for quite a while. People bought him and held him, and the smart people got out at 2 million. So basically, he came onto the market. I think the lowest he hit were like 1.4, 1.5 on Xbox in the first like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then everyone bought him up. People held him, and then when his price range got updated, he dropped in price because everyone that held him listed at once. So tonight, tomorrow, if we see any sort of weird supply of these cards and you see them being bought up, buy in. You can buy in, but get them sold in the hype. Don't wait for the price range to update. It will hurt you because people will then list en masse. But I'll be doing it live on stream. If there's any good price ranges, I will be buying into them because it's been a heavy play. Now, I do just want to show you one that didn't have a bad price range, but he was underrated by the market itself, by us as a community. So, Kevin Mbabu, when he first came out, he was the first real right back that we had in the Bundesliga. There weren't that many usable right backs in the Bundesliga. And on the day that he came out, he got down very, very low. I think he got down as low, if I remember, as 300k in and around. I remember Lewis, shout out to Lewis, one of my mods, was like, it's way too low. It's way too low for him. Why do I keep getting Victoria's Secret? Like, you're barking up the wrong tree. What's going on? What is this? He got way too low. I bought into a few of them, and then he bumped up all the way to 437k. Now, if tomorrow you see someone who fits the meta, who fits a gap, if you're smart enough and you know your market well enough, those sort of cards can do very well initially. Again, you get out in the hype. You don't wait, because some people held this card, and what happens when they do that? After Weekend League, he drops off very heavily, and he's dropped off continually since. It's a great card, one of the best right backs in the game by a mile, but it's a great card in that sense. But realistically, you need to look for those cards, and the easy way to see it is if you start to see these cards being listed up, and bit by bit, they start getting bought up again. You're like, okay, cool. Now, they may not go extinct, but that's just people sort of buying into these cards going, I want that card for my team. Or other investors and traders knowing that card's going to be more expensive because we've seen it before. Or we've seen similar cards in the game that hold that value that's higher than that. There's a good opportunity for you to invest in there. Now, I wouldn't recommend that for people who are very new to trading. If you don't know your stuff, you can get burnt very quickly by it. But when you see someone like an Mbabu come onto the market at 400k, then 380, then 360, then 340, then 320, 300, 280, he comes down. If he stays at 280 point, you're like, okay, let me think about that. Second set of lightning rounds, suddenly he's at like 260, 250, and then he starts to bounce off that second set of lightning rounds. You're like, well, hang on, there's a demand for this card. So in the next set of lightning rounds, in the 8 PM lightning rounds, you can tend to buy in quite easily and make quite a bit of coins. But that's what you've got to be thinking about for Foot Birthday. The easiest trading tips you will find, and I promise you they will work. You've just got to go out and do a bit of work, a bit of knowledge, work it out, and that's how you're going to make coins in the next couple of days. It's going to be very, very easy even. But as always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure you turn notifications on. Check me out on YouTube at 10 AM. Check me out on Twitch at 5:30 PM. But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.